सेक्शन में डिवाइड होगा, जो ये सब एक में करना है।
मैं इसमें भी देख
हाँ ट्राई तो कर रहे हैं।
मैं ये बोल रहा हूँ, मैं एक और भी बोल रहा हूँ, ये वाला तो
वहाँ से वहीं पे बंद है,
नीचे से
वो नीचे से हुआ ना, वो वाला क्या है ना,
हाँ
वहाँ सब बंद है सब। आप
महाभिषेक के लिए कैसे है?
महाभिषेक के लिए लिखा है ना वहाँ पे, एंट्री फॉर पुजारी नीचे से, इस गेट से है, ये वाला है जो नरसिंह देव के पीछे, हाँ वहाँ लगाएगा नीचे में चादर में, इसमें सामान आएगा बस अभिषेक का, उसके बाद
और क्लियर
गार्ड में 3 वॉलंटियर और गार्ड लगा रहे हैं।
बड़ा रूप नहीं है।
Where should I come from when I come from the room?
नॉर्मल इवन नॉर्मल रूट आते हैं, मतलब तो कार्ड वहाँ से जो होंगे वहाँ से भी आ सकते
हाँ इसी के
हैं,
बाद
पीछे से ब्रह्मचारी भी आ सकते हैं। लेकिन आप रीड
कोई
हुई
नया गार्ड बुला रहे हो?
हाँ सारे नए कार्ड हैं, चेहरे नए लगा रहे हैं।
और
अभी कर रहे हैं वो आज भी लगाया ना वॉलंटियर, नहीं ब्रह्मचारी भी लगा रहे हैं, मतलब विलास को बोला एक तो ब्रह्मचारी बता रहे हैं, ब्रह्मचारी
और मूवी के बड़े लोग ऐसे पूरा ध्यान
वो भी फील होता है।
दिया। बहुत बढ़िया भैया।
ढोल की मदन
नहीं नहीं प्रोडक्शन किसी को अच्छा भैया नोएडा में मान लीजिए कोई आ गया फोन तो है ही नहीं कॉन्टेक्ट कैसे करें क्या बंदाज बट
हाँ इकडे 2 ताल ना 2 ताल बजाते हैं चलते जय श्री श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिम्हा भगवान की श्री प्रहलाद महाराज की जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की श्री नरसिम्हा चतुर्दशी महामहोत्सव की निताय निताय गौर सीतानाथ प्रेमानंदे हरि बोल। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिंह भगवान की श्री प्रहलाद महाराज की जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की श्री नरसिम्हा चतुर्दशी महामहोत्सव की निताय निताय गौर सीतानाथ प्रेमानंदे श्री नरसिम्हा जय नरसिम्हा जय जय नरसिम्हा प्रह्लादेश जय पद्मा मुख पद्म भृंगा श्री नरसिम्हा जय नरसिम्हा जय जय नरसिम्हा प्रह्लादेश जय पद्मा मुख पद्म भृंगा श्री नरसिम्हा जय नरसिम्हा जय जय नरसिम्हा प्रह्लादेश जय पद्मा मुख पद्म भृंगा तव कर कमलवरे नखं अद्भुत शृंगम दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृंगम केशवधृता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे तव कर कमल वरे नखम अद्भुत श्रृंगम दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृंगम केशवधृता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे।
बम्पर ले आऊं?
तव कर कमल वरे नखमद्भुत श्रृंगम दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृंगम केशवधृता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवात्सल्य गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Chant the holy name. It's appearance of the Supreme Lord. Chant the holy name. भगवान नाम लीजिए, परम भगवान का आविर्भाव है आज। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। बोलिए बोलिए, भगवान नाम लीजिए प्लीज। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Vandeham জয় রাধা পার্থ সারথি রাধা পার্থ সারথি রাধে। জয় রাধা পার্থ সারথি রাধা পার্থ সারথি রাধে। জয় ললিতা বিশাখা ললিতা বিশাখা ললিতা বিশাখা জয় ললিতা বিশাখা। জয় সীতারাম লক্ষ্মণ হনুমান সীতারাম লক্ষ্মণ মন হনুমান। জয় গৌরনিতাই 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 জয় গৌরনিতাই। জয় লক্ষ্মী নরসিংহ জয় লক্ষ্মী নরসিংহ লক্ষ্মী নরসিংহ জয় লক্ষ্মী নরসিংহ। জয় প্রহ্লাদ নরসিংহ জয় প্রহ্লাদ নরসিংহ প্রহ্লাদ নরসিংহ জয় প্রহ্লাদ নরসিংহ। জয় প্রভুপাদ জয় প্রভুপাদ প্রভুপাদ জয় প্রভুপাদ জয় শ্রীল প্রভুপাদ। জয় প্রভুপাদ জয় প্রভুপাদ প্রভুপাদ জয় প্রভুপাদ জয় শ্রীল প্রভুপাদ। জয় প্রভুপাদ জয় প্রভুপাদ প্রভুপাদ জয় প্রভুপাদ জয় শ্রীল প্রভুপাদ। নমো বিষ্ণুপাদায় কৃষ্ণপৃষ্ঠায় ভূতলে শ্রীমতে ভক্তি বেদান্ত স্বামী নীতি নামিনে নমায়। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। जय श्री जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद जय श्री जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद जय श्री हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Look. Oh, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada. जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की। श्री गुरु चरण पद्म केवल भक्ति साधमा। श्री गुरु चरण पद्म केवल भक्ति सद्मा। श्री गुरु बंदमयी सावधान माते बंदमयी बंदमयी सावधान माते जागर प्रसादे भाई ए बाबो तोरिया जा। जागर प्रसादे भाई ए बाबो तोरिया जा। কৃষ্ণ প্রাপ্তি হয় জাগা হইতে কৃষ্ণ প্রাপ্তি হয় জাগা হইতে গুরুমুখ পদ্ম বাক চিতেতে করিয়ায় গুরুমুখ গুরুমুখ পদ্ম বাক চিতেতে করিয়ায় গুরুমুখ আর না করি মনে আশা আর না করি আর না করি মনে আশা শ্রী গুরু চরণে রতি এই সে উত্তম গতি শ্রী গুরু চরণে রতি এই সে উত্তম গতি जय प्रसाद पूरे सर्व आशा जय प्रसाद पूरे सर्व आशा चक्षुदान दिल जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से चक्षुदान दिल जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशित दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशित प्रेम भक्ति जागा घटे अविद्या विनाश जाते प्रेम भक्ति जागा घटे अविद्या विनाश जाते वेद गाय जाहार चरित ओ वेद गाय जाहार चरित श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु अधम जनार बंधु श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु अधम जनार बंधु श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु अधम जनार बंधु लोकनाथ लोकेर जीवन लोकनाथ लोकेर जीवन श्रील प्रभुपाद पतित पावन आहा प्रभु कर दया देह मोरे पद छाया प्रभुपाद कर दया देह मोरे पद छाया प्रभुपाद करो दया देव हमारे पद छाया एबे जाज कुछ त्रिभुवाना एबे जाज कुछ त्रिभुवाना श्रील प्रभुपाद पतित पावना श्रील प्रभुपाद लोकेर जीवाना जय प्रभुपादा 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 जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा 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 जय प्रभुपादा प्रभुपाद 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 निताई गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि निताई गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि नमः विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नीति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे नमस्ते जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद जय श्री कृष्ण जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Oh Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Oh Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Oh Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Karo More
এখন নতুন নতুন নিয়ে আসলাম
Toma bina ke dayalu jagat sansare patito pavana hetu tavaya avatara patito pavana मोशम पतित प्रभु न पाइबे आर हाँ हाँ प्रभु नित्यानंद प्रेमानंद सुखी हाँ हाँ प्रभु करो आमी बड़ दुखी दया करो सीतापति अद्वैत गोसाई दया करो तब कृपा बाले है पाई चैतन्य निताय हा हा स्वरूप सनातन रूपर घना हा हा स्वरूप भट्ट जुग श्री जीव प्रभु लोकना दया करो श्रिया सारिज प्रभु श्रीनिवास दया करो दया करो श्रिया सारिज प्रभु श्रीनिवास दया करो रामचंद्र संग मागे नरोत्तम लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह Oh Lakshmi Narasimha Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha Jaya Prahlada Narasimha Jaya Prahlada Narasimha Jaya Prahlada Narasimha Jaya Prahlada Narasimha Jaya Nara Hari Jaya Nara Hari Oh Nara Hari Jaya Nara Hari Jaya Nara Hari Jaya Nara Hari Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha Jaya Prahlada Narasimha Jaya Prahlada Narasimha Jaya Radha Patu Shati Gaura Nitai Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman ki Jai Jaya Radha Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada 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 Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Gaur Premanande बोलो बोलो जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिवादता
हरे कृष्ण। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर साधन श्री श्रीमधीश डिवाइन ग्रेस अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की नेत लीला प्रविष्ट ISKCON फाउंडर आचार्य सेवियर ऑफ द होल वर्ल्ड श्रील प्रभुपाद की नामाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा पार्थ सारथी ललिता विशाखा गोप गोपिका श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की श्री श्री गौरनिताय की गौ संवेद भक्त वृंद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की ISKCON वर्तमानाचार्य वृंद की श्री श्री सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की श्री श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिंह प्रहलाद महाराज की श्री श्री चंदन यात्रा महामहोत्सव की श्री नरसिंह देव आविर्भाव तिथि महामहोत्सव की गौर प्रेमानंदी All glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. हरे कृष्णा। सब लोग मेरे साथ पढ़ें। हमारे गुरुदेव के चरण कमल ही एकमात्र साधन है जिनके द्वारा हम शुद्ध भक्ति प्राप्त कर सकते हैं। मैं उनके चरण कमलों में अत्यंत भक्ति एवं श्रद्धा पूर्वक नतमस्तक होता हूँ। उनकी कृपा से जीव भौतिक क्लेशों के महासागर को पार कर सकता है तथा कृष्ण की कृपा प्राप्त कर सकता है। मेरी एकमात्र इच्छा है कि उनके मुख कमल से निकले हुए शब्दों द्वारा अपने चेतना को शुद्ध करूं। उनके चरण कमलों में अनुराग ऐसी सिद्धि है जो समस्त मनोरथों को पूर्ण करती है। वे मेरी बंद आँखों को खोलते हैं तथा मेरे हृदय में दिव्य ज्ञान भरते हैं जन्म जन्मांतरों में वे मेरे प्रभु हैं। वे प्रेमा भक्ति प्रदान करते हैं और अविद्या का नाश करते हैं। वैदिक शास्त्र उनके चरित्र का गान करते हैं। हे गुरुदेव, हे प्रभुपाद, करुणा सिंधु तथा पतितात्माओं के मित्र, आप सबके गुरु एवं सभी लोगों के जीवन हैं। हे गुरुदेव, हे प्रभुपाद, मुझ पर दया कीजिए तथा मुझे अपने श्री चरणों की छाया प्रदान कीजिए। आपका यश तीनों लोकों में फैला हुआ है। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।
ऑडिटोरियम में क्लास है।
हरे कृष्णा। तो अभी सब भक्त लोग ऑडिटोरियम में जाएं। अभी ऑडिटोरियम में क्लास। हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। जय राधा माधवा
Kunja Bihari. Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Yashodanandana Gaja Janaranjana. Yashodanandana Gaja Janaranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Yashodanandana Gaja Janaranjana. Yashodanandana Gaja Janaranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivashari Gaur Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Narasimha, Jai Narasimha, Jai Jai Narasimha Dev. Prahlada Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Bringa. Jai Narasimha, Jai Narasimha, Jai Jai Narasimha Dev. Prahlada Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Bringa. Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Gaura Hari Bo. Jaya Narasimha, Jaya Narasimha, Narasimha, Jaya Narasimha. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jayam Vishnupada Paramahansa Paribhasa Kacharya Ashtottara Sima A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Shri Nrsimha Chaturdasi Ki Shri Prahlad Maharaj Ki Nitai Gaur Premanandi. All glory to the assembled devotees, all glory to the assembled devotees, all glory to the assembled devotees, all glory to Shri Guru, Shri Gaurang.
Hare Krishna. So we would like to welcome His Holiness Guru Prasad Swami Maharaj. So Maharaj is a disciple of Srila Prabhupada and he's been serving for last 50 years in this movement. And he is a GBC of many zones in Central and South America. And along with that, he is also currently appointed as the GBC of all the zones of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj in India. So we are very, very thankful that Maharaj has come. And along with that, we have two lectures today. There will be two speakers. So first is Maharaj, and after that there will be His Holiness Brhat Bhagavat Swami Maharaj.
Hello.
So we would like to heartily welcome His Holiness Brhat Bhagavat Swami Maharaj also. Bhakti Brhat Bhagavat Swami Maharaj, I'm sorry for that. So Maharaj is also serving for last 40 years and he is a disciple of His Holiness Giriraj Swami Maharaj, and he has also held the position of temple president. He has held the position of temple president in ISKCON Vrindavan and ISKCON Durban, South Africa. So he is also known for his contributions in the Leads program, which is training the new upcoming leaders in ISKCON. So let us welcome with a round of applause His Holiness Bhakti Brhat Bhagavat Swami Maharaj.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. A reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 2nd Canto, 7th Chapter, text number 14. Traipishta Podu Bhayahasa Nisingha Rupam Kritva Brahman Brukuti Damsta Karala Bhaktram. Oh, got the wrong verse. Can you switch it quickly? 2:7:14. Write the verse, and technical difficulties beyond our control. Oh, it made it. Okay. I'll start again. Traipishta Purubaya Hasan Shingharupam Kritva Brahman Brukuti Damsta Karala Bhaktram Daityendramashu Gadaya Vipatantamara Puranipatya Vidadhara Nakai Sporantam Traipishta Purubaya Hasana Singharupa Kritva Brahman Brukuti Damsta Karala Bhaktram Taityendra Ashu Gadaya Vitantamara Uranipatya Vidadhara Nakai Sporantam Traipishta Poru Bhayahasa Nisingharupam Kitla Brahman Brukuti Damsta Karala Bhaktram Ajendra Mashu Gadaya Bhipatantamara Puranipatya Vidadhana Nakai Sporantam Advistapuru Bhayahasa Nisingharupam Vidva Brahman Brukuti Damsta Karala Bhaktram Daitandamashu Gadaya Vipatantamara Puranipatya Vidadhanankai Sporantam Traipishta Poru Bhayahasa Nisingharupam Kritva Brahman Brukuti Damsta Karala Bhaktram Daityendra Mashu Gadaya Vipatantamara Puranipatya Vidadhara Nakai Sporantam Traipishta Poru Bhayahasa Nisingharupam Shivamata Bruti Damsta Karala Bhaktram Ajantashu Gadaya Vipatantamara Puranipatya Vidadananakaya Sporantam Ajantashu Gadaya Vipatantamara Puranipatya Vidadananakaya Sporantam. Vaishnavis. Vaipistapuru Vayahasan Sinharupam Krita Brahmad Bhutidam Sagalabakram Vaitam Damasu Gadaya Vipatantamara Puranipatya Vidadanakaya Sporantam Vipistapuru Vayahasan Singharupam Nitavamadipukujitam Sakararabakam Vaichendramasu Gadaya Vijapantamara Puranipatya Vidadanakaya Sporantam Vipistapuru Vayahasan Singharupam Kritva Brahman Brukutidam Stakaralabakram Vaichendramasu Gadaya Vipatantamara Puranipatya Vidadanakaya Sporantam Traipistapa. The demigods. Urubayaha, one who vanquishes great fears. Sa, he, the personality of Godhead. Nrsimharupam, assuming the incarnation Nrsimha. Kritva, doing so. Brahmat, by rolling. Bhrukuti, eyebrows. Damstra, teeth. Karala, greatly fearful. Bhaktram, mouth. Daitya Indram, the king of the demons. Ashu, immediately. Gadaya, with club in hand. Abhipatantam, while falling down. Arat, nearby. Udau, on the thighs. Nipatya, placing on. Bidadara, pierced. Nakai, by the nails. Spurantam, while challenging. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. The personality of Godhead assumed the incarnation of Nrsimhadev in order to vanquish the great fears of the demigods. He killed the king of the demons, Hiranyakashipu, who challenged the Lord with a club in his hand by placing the demon on his thighs and piercing him with his nails, rolling his eyebrows in anger and showing his fearful teeth and mouth. Everyone can please repeat. The personality of Godhead assumed the incarnation of Nrsimhadev in order to vanquish the great fears of the demigods. He killed the king of the demons, Hiranyakashipu, who challenged the Lord with a club in his hand. By placing the demon on his thighs and piercing him with his nails, rolling his eyebrows in anger, and showing his fearful teeth and mouth. Purport. The history of Hiranyakashipu and his great devotee son, Prahlada Maharaj, is narrated in the 7th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Hiranyakashipu became very powerful by material achievements and thought himself to be immortal by the grace of Brahmaji. Brahmaji declined to award him the benediction of immortality because he himself is not an immortal being. But Hiranyakashipu derived Brahmaji's benediction in a roundabout way, almost equal to becoming an immortal being. Hiranyakashipu was sure that he would not be killed by any man or demigod or any kind of weapon, nor would he die in the day or the night. The Lord, however, assumed the incarnation of half man and half lion, which was beyond the imagination of a materialistic demon like Hiranyakashipu, and thus, keeping pace with the benediction of Brahmaji, the Lord killed him. He killed him on his lap, so that he was killed neither on the land, nor on the water, nor in the sky. The demon was pierced by Narasimha's nails, which were beyond the human weapons imaginable by Hiranyakashipu. The literal meaning of Hiranyakashipu is one who is after gold and soft bedding, the ultimate aim of all materialistic men. Such demoniac men who have no relationship with God gradually become puffed up by material acquisitions and begin to challenge the authority of the Supreme Lord and torture those who are devotees of the Lord. Prahlada Maharaj happened to be the son of Hiranyakashipu, and because the boy was a great devotee, his father tortured him to the best of his ability. In this extreme situation, the Lord assumed the incarnation of Narasimhadev, and just to finish the enemy of the demigods, the Lord killed Hiranyakashipu in a manner beyond the demon's imagination. Materialistic plans of godless demons are always frustrated by the all-powerful Lord. Om Jnana Timirandasya Gananjana Shalakaya Chakshurum Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakada Mahyam Dadati Swaparandikam Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pastyatya Rishatadine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. What Srila Prabhupada says here, this is the history of Hiranyakashipu, his great devotee son, Prahlada Maharaj, and, of course, Lord Narasimhadev. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashajam chaduskritam. The Lord comes in this particular pastime very much in line with what Krishna speaks in Bhagavad Gita. He came, first of all, to bless his devotee. Because the Lord doesn't have this. Srila Prabhupada said many times, the Lord doesn't have to come to kill demons. One time Srila Prabhupada said that Durga, she has her trident, and it has 3 prongs, the 3 miseries of material existence, and they will subdue all of the materialistic man. But if someone escapes, she has 9 weapons more. So no one escapes. Only Mameva prapadyante mayamitam tarantite. Only those who surrender to Krishna, then Maya becomes their servant. But the first service she does is to make sure that you really want to be a devotee. Sometimes we think, just like one girl wrote to Srila Prabhupada and said, Srila Prabhupada, the process is not working for me. I've been chanting for 6 months and I still get sick. Thought that miracle, everything would, she would be in Vaikuntha just in this material body. So, as it says here, this particular verse describes what is described in great detail in the 7th canto about the appearance of Lord Nrsimhadev. But just briefly, just a couple minutes, remembering why all this happened. Why did this happen? First of all, Hiranyakashipu was very proud of his son, and he wanted him to be educated, like most people are educated nowadays, secular understanding. Understand how matter works, how the material world, and most importantly, understand that sense gratification is the goal of life. And so this was, Srila Prabhupada said, this is what most people are learning. And if someone has a father like Hiranyakashipu, not like him, no one would have such a qualified father, qualified demon. We just have many molecular demons in Kali Yuga. They think themselves also immortal. At least they try to appear that way. I even heard about one president, I won't mention his name. Prabhupada said you can say anything but don't mention the name. So he was using Botox, this chemical, just so he looked like younger. Anyway, so Prabhupada said his only fault was that he wanted to be a devotee. If we're devotees, then we can expect. In India it's a little less. In the West it's much more. If you're a devotee, you automatically become labeled as strange. Here we're not so strange, but you're a strange person, and so many difficulties. Prabhupada compared the devotees in the West. It's a similar situation. So many parents opposed them. Even my parents tried to have me deprogrammed. Luckily, my brother-in-law was a nice guy, and he was taking me to the deprogramming, and he stopped. He said, I can't do this. He said, I can't do this. And my mother and father were there, and they were very worried. He said, you know where they're taking you? No. Taking you to be deprogrammed. And I jumped out of the car. I said, I'll never talk to you again. Never. Krishna saved me. So anyway, so Prabhupada said that, these devotees, they just want to be devotees. They want to be Vaishnavas, and their fathers are like Hiranyakashipu. So, here it mentions how Hiranyakashipu got his power. By austerity. Austerity gives you power. Our austerity is chanting Hare Krishna. It's not an austerity if you're a Vaishnava, but if you're conditioned by the modes of nature, it is an austerity. Just like Prabhupada said in 1967 to the devotees, because they would come and hear Prabhupada, and then they would go across the street in San Francisco to the donut shop. So Prabhupada said, do not, instead of donut, do not. But they would still go. So Prabhupada said, just chant 16 rounds and then you can do anything. So it's austerity. One devotee asked Srila Prabhupada, what is our austerity? And Prabhupada said, chanting Hare Krishna. And the devotee said, but what else, Prabhupada? He said, chant more. So this is, it may be an austerity. Hopefully it will become the greatest pleasure. Anandam Mudi Vardhanam. It will expand Krishna's pleasure potency unlimitedly within our hearts and in our consciousness. So Hiranyakashipu, by his austerities, attracted the attention of Brahmaji. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that, what's that verse? I can't remember it right now. But it says that one becomes, that the demigods, they have to be servants. Otherwise, they have to respond. If you do the proper yajna, mechanically speaking, then they have to respond. But Krishna doesn't have to respond. He responds to loving devotional service. So he said, make me immortal. And Brahma said, that I cannot do. I'm not immortal, so how can I give you something I don't have? So Hiranyakashipu, as Prabhupada says here, in a roundabout way, he tried to figure out how to get around it. This is typical material consciousness. Instead of having faith in the Lord, even sometimes in our conditioned state as devotees, we try to figure out to get around Krishna's instruction, a roundabout way, because I have some desires. Just like we may pray, oh Lord, take away all my desires, but not this one. So, not these three. So he thought I had it all figured out. Just like sometimes we think that way. I've got it all figured out. But Krishna has his plan. As Srila Prabhupada says at the end of the purport, that materialistic plans of godless demons are always frustrated by the all-powerful Lord. So even when we have demoniac desire within the heart, because Srila Prabhupada said, in Kali Yuga, the demon lives within the heart. And therefore, Prahlada Maharaj, anticipating that, he prays that Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya Namaste Tejasve Aviravir Bhava Damsta Vraja Naka Vraja Damsta Karma Shayan Randhaya Tamo Grasa Om Swaha. He says that, my dear Lord, with your very powerful and fierce nails and teeth, please eliminate the greatest demon, the most dangerous demon, which is the dire desire for material enjoyment within the heart. Please take away that demon. Otherwise, later on, Prahlada Maharaj says to his father, O king of the demons, that you think you have, just like so many others, they conquer all the kings and enemies within the 10 directions, but they don't understand that there are only 6 enemies. That could be the 5 senses in the mind, or kama, krodha, either one. 6, they're both. We have 2 sets of 6 enemies. That are, but the mind is the center. If the mind is controlled, then they can't hurt you. So Hiranyakashipu, as one in the 7th canto, one of the chapters, terrorizes the universe. This is what demons do. They terrorize. They make everything miserable for everyone. And then, just like material existence, misery creates material happiness. Material happiness means getting away from the misery. Just like every day our body gives us so many miseries. Every day you get hungry so many times, miserable, then you have to eat. And we call that happiness. So, Hiranyakashipu was terrorizing the universe. He was so fierce that when he was out on a military campaign in another part of the universe, the demigods came and attacked his palace and defeated his soldiers, and they ran away. And his wife was left behind. Prahlada explained this to his friends when he was preaching to them. And so then Indra said, grab her, and started dragging her away mercilessly. They were going to kill her, kill Prahlada, no. But Narada Muni appeared, as he always does in the right time, and he said, you can't kill this boy. He's a great demon. No. And he's a great devotee. And why are you treating this lady like this? And they said, okay, well, we'll keep her, and then when he's born, we'll kill him. You can't kill him. No, you can't kill him. He's a great devotee. And so they accepted Narada Muni, and he took her to the ashram, and he preached to her, and Prahlada heard everything in the womb. Of course, Srila Prabhupada comments there, therefore any woman who's having a child pregnant, she should, at least the last 2 months, every day read Srimad Bhagavatam and chant very nicely, so the child will hear and become a devotee. So, so Hiranyakashipu called his son, said, come here, sit on my lap. What have you learned? Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. No. What? He was ready to kill his teachers. What kind of Brahmins are you? Otherwise, for him, a good Brahmin means that the Brahmin that does what I say, not the Brahmin that worships the Lord. So, but then they explained that we haven't taught him. We don't know where he got this from. No. But we will, we'll tie him up and we'll teach him. We'll force him. No. He said, okay, good. So they took Prahlada and they taught him, supposedly. And then Hiranyakashipu called him again. What have you learned, my dear son? And then he said, famous verses that I'm not going to require this, just not enough time to go through those verses. But those verses. So Hiranyakashipu said, this boy he's incorrigible. He cannot be corrected. No. And this is a typical demon. Just like Kamsa, his sister's marriage, and he's ready to kill her. So here's my son, but he's opposing me, and therefore kill him. So many different ways. Put him under an elephant, give him poison. He instructed his wife to poison her son. Imagine how miserable. And of course he offered the poison to Krishna and it became purified. Just like when we take prasadam, the poison of material existence becomes eliminated by Krishna's mercy. So then they tried to throw him off a cliff, boiling him in oil, so many different ways. But Prahlada was not disturbed, just like teaching us. Everything in this pastime is to teach us. So many miseries will come because of the presence of this material body, but we should forget about them. So then Hiranyakashipu was a little afraid. Who is this boy? So he said, take him back and teach him. And then they tried to teach him, but he would sit and listen, but he wasn't listening, he was chanting. And then when they went away, he taught his friends that Komara Acharit Pragyo Dharman Bhagavatani, that from the very young age you should hear this knowledge of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And so Srila Prabhupada thought that verse was so important that he put it in the introduction to all of his books. And So we should hear. We already, well, some of us, maybe many of us, lost the opportunity at 5 years old. Some of you very fortunate devotees here had that opportunity. But I know many people who had that opportunity and gave it up. No. So, anyway. And then Hiranyakashipu, last chance. Now, my dear son, have you learned? And where do you, and he actually wanted to discover, where do you get this power from? Where do you get this power? You're speaking about this God. He was actually afraid, and he was hoping Prahlada would tell him how to get the power, just like he thought, I became immortal by my own intelligence, so now Prahlada will tell me, and I can figure out how to use this power against him. He was thinking like that. So, but Prahlada said, my power the source of my power is the source of your power, and the source of everything for everyone. And he is everywhere, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And then Hiranyakashipu became uncontrollably angry. Uncontrollably. And so he said, now you will see my power. I will kill you. And he threw Prahlada down. And he said, so you say this God is everywhere? Is he here in this pillar? And he took his sword in one hand and he struck the pillar. And as we know, Lord Narasimha appeared. Pillar broke to pieces. And the description of Lord Narasimha, because he was so angry that this demon is bothering my son. So it says that his eyes were glowing red. His effulgence, normally his effulgence is very beautiful, but his effulgence was very potent. And his mouth was gaping open, and his tongue was like a razor going back and forth, like a razor-sharp sword. And his roar was so fierce. And when he took a step, the earth would tremble. And Hiranyakashipu was dumbfounded. He didn't know what to do. But of course, being a demon, he could have realized, but he had to be a perfect demon. Otherwise, he could have realized he was actually a devotee. That, let me surrender. But no, he couldn't do that. And so he began to fight, tried to fight. And Lord Narasimha says, just like Garuda plays with the snake sometimes, or you see a cat, they play with a mouse before they kill it. And so he played with him. Oh, as it says here in this verse, taking away the fear of the demigods. Because the demigods were afraid. And when Narasimha let Hiranyakashipu go, Hiranyakashipu thought, he can't control me. I am immortal. And he jumped up in the air. And he came toward Lord Narasimha. And his effulgence was so great that Hiranyakashipu disappeared into his effulgence. Because there can be no darkness in the Lord's presence. So he disappeared. And actually disappeared because he was trying to fight. He was tired. And he went off to another planet to rest and to gather his strength and think, what am I going to do? And then he came back and he began to fight again. And the demigods were very nervous because they are Sakama Bhaktas. So they're thinking, is the Lord going to fail? Just like we think, because we're Sakama Bhaktas, sometimes we think, what? Krishna, why is Krishna doing this to me? Why is this happening? I'm a devotee. I've been a devotee for 15 years or 25 years or 40 years or however, 50 years. So why is the Lord, why has he abandoned me? Why is he not doing what I want him to do otherwise? I expect the Lord should be like this. So the demigods were very nervous. And they were thinking, please, Lord, please kill him. Otherwise, he will cause us a disturbance. If you don't kill him, if you either are neutral or you can't do it, they were doubting. They were doubting Lord Narasimhadev. Just like when Gajendra, when he was praying to the Lord, the demigods were sneering, like making fun of him. Even when we pray to the Lord, he doesn't always answer us. What, this elephant? This animal? He thinks he can attract the Lord. And then all of a sudden they saw Lord Vishnu coming. And they followed behind in a very humble mood. And then they prayed to the Lord and prayed to Gajendra, please forgive us for our offenses. So the demigods were a little concerned. Then they realized Lord Narasimhadev decided, okay, now's the time. Because as we know, the whole purpose of Jai and Vijay, becoming demons, was so that the Lord could fight with them. Because a Lord cannot fight with an ordinary demon. They're not up to his abilities. So he has to, his devotee, only a devotee can give him this type of challenge. Actually, when they were offered either 7 births as pious Brahmins or 3 births as demons, sometimes we think that they chose demons because less time and I can get back to them, but that was not their motive. They understood, if the Lord is offering us to become demons, because he always protects his devotees, then he must have some reason. So let us become demons and fulfill the desire of the Lord. This is pure devotee. A pure devotee accepts any austerity for the pleasure of the Lord. So then the Lord, as we remember, there were so many conditions that Hiranyakashipu put, not in the daytime, not in the nighttime, not inside, not outside, not on the earth, the sky, or the water, not killed by any human being or any demigod, not killed by any weapon, all these conditions. And the Lord fulfilled them all. The Lord moved toward the doorway, and he was fighting with and he moved toward the doorway. And when he got to the doorway, he bowed down. Sometimes we see a picture of him sitting on a throne, but actually he wasn't sitting on a throne. He bent down, grabbed him, put him on his knees, and then killed him. Opened up his abdomen and took out his intestines and put it on as a garland. There's his angry mood. Generally, you wouldn't wear the Lord wouldn't wear an intestine for a garland. But this is to show his fierceness and to show what happens if you want to be a demon. You lose your intestinal fortitude. So, and then he ripped out his heart and threw him on the ground. And he was so ferocious, and he had become so angry. This shows how much we should feel protected by Lord Narasimhadev. He became so angry that first Lord Brahma offered prayers, beautiful prayers. Lord Shiva offered prayers. Then Indra offered prayers. Then all of the different Upadevas, they offered prayers. And the Lord was equally angry. Didn't do any good. You can imagine, Brahma and Shiva and Indra couldn't calm him. So then they said, Lakshmi. But Lakshmi said, no, I've never seen this form before. Actually, she had. Obviously, she lives with Lord Narasimhadev. She had seen him in previous kalpas. But by Leela Shakti, she was feeling that she had never seen this ferocious form of the Lord. And so then Brahmaji told Prahlad, you go. Actually, you're the one that caused all this. So you go. Calm down your Lord. And so Prahlad very happily, everyone was afraid, everyone was keeping their distance. Prahlad went right up to Lord Narasimhadev And the Lord became ecstatic. Immediately his anger went away. He became ecstatic and to see his devotee. And Prahlad, in his ecstasy, practically could not say anything. So the Lord put his hand on his head, and all of his misgivings, all of his ill fortune, all of his improper activities. No? Because actually, in the Puranas it explains that in Prahlad's previous birth, he was associating with a prostitute. And one day they had a big fight. No? And they were so disturbed that they fasted all day long, and they stayed up. And that day happened to be Nrisingha Chaturdasi. No? And so he became completely purified. No? But still, the Lord wanted to show that when you come to the Lord by his touch, and how do we get the touch of the Lord? The holy name. No? Bhavati Hritkarna Rasayana Kata. The holy name enters into the ear, touching us, and into the heart, and purifies us so that we can worship the Lord properly. And then, he began to offer his beautiful prayers. Of course, his famous prayer, which celebrates Prahlad Maharaj as the forerunner of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement. When he says that Prayena Deva Muneya Swabi Mukti Kama, that most saintly persons, they're simply interested in their own liberation. And Maunam Charanti Vichane Na Paranishta, that they do vows of austerities and wander into the forests, but na parartha nishta, they are not looking out for the benefit of others. So naitan bihaya kripana vivamuksha eko. So even though they are kripanas, they're miserable. They're miserable. But still, how can I desire liberation when they're suffering? Because nanyad tadasya sharanam brahmato nupashe. Because my Lord, I can see, other than your mercy, there is no way that they can escape material existence. Therefore, my Lord, I will stay here and I will preach Krishna consciousness. This is the conviction of Prahlad Maharaj. No, the first one to manifest this, not the first one, Narada Muni is always very merciful, but in this way, speaking in two verses, he says, no, Shoshe tato vimukha chetasa indriyartam maya sukhaya param udvahato vimudhan. Just like it says here in the purport, they're always interested in sense gratification and material happiness. No, materialistic people. And therefore, Prahlad Maharaj said, the only thing I lament about is because I'm happy. No, not tvaya gayana mahamrita. I'm always chanting your glories. Magna chittaha. And my consciousness is so full of happiness. No. But I lament when I see they have turned their back to you and trying to make so many arrangements to enjoy this material world. So, very quickly, so after he finished his beautiful prayers, the Lord was so happy. Prahlad, take a blessing from me. My Lord, I didn't come to do business with you. No, not some cosmic consciousness, cosmic business. No, I just want to glorify you. And he said, no, you have to ask for something. Then deliver my father. Imagine. No. Sometimes we become angry at our father, mother, son, when they do a little something wrong. He tried to kill him on multiple occasions. No. Not just once, multiple occasions. I want to kill. No. And he said, I want him to be liberated. No. And the Lord said, that's already happened. All your descendants for 21 generations, all your forefathers, they're all delivered. So ask for something. No. I mentioned yesterday that, therefore, sometimes people ask us, can you pray for my son? Can you pray for my father? He's a little sick, or he has this problem. So I always tell them, yeah, I can do that, but the best thing you can do is become a pure devotee. Then you take care of everything for everybody. You don't just have to make a prayer for, a little flu or COVID or something like that. So then Prahlad said, all right, my Lord, I beg to be your servant birth after birth after birth after birth. Please allow me this. So he said, that I will give you, but I'm going to give you something. So you won't ask for the right thing, I'm giving it to you. You will become the king of the demons. That way the demons will become purified. So you will become the king of the demons. You will do austerities and burn up all of your impious activities, and I will give you unlimited material pleasure, and you can burn up all of your pious activities. Because this is a devotee. A devotee is not interested in getting pious activities. A devotee is simply interested in serving Krishna. So this was the Lord's blessing upon Prahlad Maharaj, and he accepted it. Just sometimes we have to take a difficult service. Imagine being king of the demons. You have sometimes we complain this service is a little difficult. But what if the Lord says, you be the king of the demons? That would be very difficult. So this is the wonderful pastime of Lord Nrsimhadev saving his devotee. And after that pastime, the Lord, feeling the affection of Prahlad Maharaj toward him, he said, this affection is very nice. I would also like to have it. But my father is a pillar. How can you, what kind of rasa can you have? So then we appeared again. He had a father, Vamanadev. He had a father and a mother, but then he just went away. He just appeared and left. So he had them, but no. So then he appeared, Kapila Dev. Then he had a father and a mother. The father left upon his birth, and the mother did not take care of him. He had to instruct her. No. So then Ramachandra, he had a father and a mother, very affectionate. But his father left out of separation. When he went to the forest, he died out of separation. So then as Krishna, just to make sure, he had two fathers and two mothers. So if he had to leave, he got exiled. He still had a father and a mother. He was exiled as a baby, and he had a new mother and father. Then he went back to the old mother and father. So he always had a mother and a father. So anyway, these are some pastimes and some ideas. I won't entertain any questions because, as they say, to make it easy, many people say triple B Swami. He is going to enlighten us now on different aspects of this wonderful day of Nrsimha Chaturmasi. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki, Shri Nrsimhadev ki, Shri Nrsimha Avirbhava Mahotsava ki, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki, Nitai Gaur Premanandi.
His Holiness Guru Prasad Swami Maharaj ki. So now we request His Holiness Bhakti Brhat Bhagavat Maharaj
I mean, if Prabhupada wanted something from the Prime Minister of India, he could easily get it through this man. It's like that powerful he was. But I'm respecting him in his absence, not mentioning his name. So then he then this other pastime I want to say, which is sort of, in a way, confidential only amongst devotees, you could say that. Yeah. So when His Holiness Girat Swami was not allowed in India for some reason in the 80s, and by the mercy of Maha Mantra Prabhu, with the Home Ministry, got him back in 1991, right? Yes. He allowed to enter India after 7 years of absence. For some reason, he was not allowed to enter India. So, at that time, there were several members of the GBC who were at GBC for ISKCON Juhu. And because His Holiness Girat Swami was not there as a co-GBC with also His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami for Juhu at that time, and a co-GBC with His Holiness Tamal Krishna Goswami. Yeah. So at that time I was living in Vrindavan from 1989 to 1991, about 2 years, under quite austere conditions actually. Yeah. But then later on I went to meet His Holiness Girat Swami when he re-entered India in 1991. So I happened to be serving him, especially as his secretary. And at one time, maybe a year or two after that, I couldn't figure the date out, but maybe someone who was a bureau member would know better. Yeah, I couldn't figure the year and the date. But there was this huge case against ISKCON in India, put into the Supreme Court in Mumbai, because that's where the Bureau of Officers sits. And the case was put into court by Prabhupada's eldest son, Mathura Mohan Dey. And now, the court case is very simple. My father's property is the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, and I am his eldest son, and naturally I inherited all the properties, including the temples, to me. Because that's the law in India. And if there's no will, it goes to the children, like that. Very heavy case. For years it's been happening after Prabhupada left. So the GBC body, they appointed Tamal Krishna Goswami to actually, head up this case and fight on behalf of ISKCON. Because they regarded him as the most intelligent and super sharp. When he's asked a question, he can think on his feet and give an appropriate answer. He's very sharp and smart. So I happened to be in Mumbai at that time, and His Holiness Sridhar Swami there was as a co-GBC. I think even Burijan Prabhu was a co-GBC at once for Juhu, right? There was like 5 GBCs trying to fight this case, and because it was fought from ISKCON Juhu, the bureau office was there, and so forth. But there was not many bureau members involved in the fight. It was just like in GBC members, like that. And so I was in the temple room in the sense of, when was it? Yeah, it was after the Darshan Arati in the morning, after Prabhupada's Guru Puja. So they made an announcement in the morning that this is the last hearing, with Mathura Mohan Day, and Tamal Krishna Goswami and our team has to go to the High Court, Supreme Court. So I was standing next to His Holiness Giriraj Swami, because he's not going to the court, but Tamal Krishna Goswami was next to him, and they were standing in front of Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman. So Tamal Krishna Goswami was praying fervently to actually, sort out this thing forever, and no more this thing. At least an out-of-court settlement or something like that. So I was standing right there when His Holiness Giriraj Swami asked him, why are you not praying fervently to Radha Rasa Bihari? Because they are from Srila Prabhupada's pastimes, when Prabhupada personally installed them. But why are you praying to Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman? He said, I'm not praying to Sita Ram Lakshman. I'm praying to Lord Ramachandra's bow and arrow to help me. We have to fight. I need his weapons to fight this case. Like that. So we all had kirtan and so forth in the temple during the court case, which was probably a 6-hour ordeal during the day. So off Tamal Krishna Maharaj went with garlands and as much mercy as we can flow to go to the court. So the judge fortunately happened to be a life member. There were 5 judges in presiding over this, but one of them was the chairman of the committee, like that. And the press was there. The press, they can put things out of proportion. So he convinced Mathura Mohan Day that we should not take this in a public courtroom. We should do it in his chambers. And that saved us. Much saved us. So the proceedings happened, and after the proceedings, they came to a settlement. And as you all know, ISKCON temples in India have to give a certain amount of money every month. Not losing our properties and temples, but came to a settlement. Like that. Came to a settlement. But his younger son, Vrindavan Chandra Day, was on our side. But he also needed some settlement. Like that. So after everything happens in the judge's chambers, this is when Tamal Krishna Goswami came back, he's relating it to us like in an ISKCON. Like that. So after he came back from the chambers of the courtroom, and he came back to the temple, and he said, no, we have settled and we're not losing any ISKCON properties, and neither are we losing ISKCON name to this person. And that's a big victory. It's the biggest victory. Like that. Then he said something towards the end. He said that when they came into the hallways, of the courts, our Supreme Court has many hallways, nice wooden benches and all that stuff. So Mathura Mohan Day was walking in front with his lawyers and so forth. So Tamal Krishna Goswami caught up with him like that. And he thanked him profusely. At least we have settled. Because the main fight is not to lose our ISKCON properties and ISKCON temples, because that's our service to Srila Prabhupada. Money is immaterial, but not that. And deities and so forth, not that. Yeah. So then, this Mathura Mohan Dey is such a super intelligent person. Like that. He was happy with the settlement. Yeah. He told Ramakrishna Goswami, my father, he knew the Srimad Bhagavatam just like that. He said, my father is like Kasyapa Muni. And when he produced a Hiranyakashipu, that's me. Diti and Aditi, From Diti came. Yeah. And he said, but your fathers was like Hiranyakashipu, but they produced Prahlads like you. Srila Prabhupada, he was certified dead. This is in 1968 or 69. I'm just missing 2 pages of my notes. New York City in May of 1967. And this is the Memorial Day weekend. You called it the Memorial Day weekend in the US, right? Yeah. It's like around about 31st May or so. Srila Prabhupada began to feel very exhausted. And he spoke of heart, palpitations. His heart was like beating too fast more than usual. Yeah. So it was a Sunday, which was 2 days before the Memorial Day. And there was a program for Srila Prabhupada, was known as Swamiji at that time, in uptown New York. So when Achyutananda Prabhu at that time went up to see Srila Prabhupada to take him to the program, Srila Prabhupada is just lying flat on his bed, and he told Achyutananda Prabhu at that time, can you just feel my heart? And there was like such a quivering vibration in Srila Prabhupada's chest that he panicked. Achyutananda Prabhu panicked, and he went downstairs and he told Kirtanananda Prabhu at that time. Yeah. And he said the Swami is having a heart attack, because they called him Swamiji at that time. Yeah. So immediately both of them went back up, and Srila Prabhupada told them, just massage me. Just massage my heart. And so Achyutananda Prabhu that time was rubbing Srila Prabhupada on his chest. And then Srila Prabhupada, very softly, almost inaudible voice, said, the others can go, but Achyutananda should stay for the program. I cannot make the program. So, and Srila Prabhupada, when they were all gone, he practically left his body for almost 30 or 45 seconds. And when he left his body for 30 or 45 seconds, he just said the last words, Hare Krishna, like that. Yep. And then again, after some time, when Achyutananda continued to massage, Prabhupada practically came back to life for some reason or the other at that time. So can you imagine, we would have lost Srila Prabhupada in the end of May in 1967. Practically he left. And he says that in a letter later on, which I'll read now. Like that. So Kirtananda recalls what really happened. And he said that when Swamiji gasped his last breath, his back was thrown back. He threw himself back and he stopped breathing. He also checked his pulse. He stopped breathing completely, like that. So then they took Srila Prabhupada to a hospital. I think it was called the Beth Israel Hospital in New York City, like that. So Brahmananda accompanied it. Brahmananda Prabhu accompanied Srila Prabhupada to the hospital along with Kirtananda Prabhu at that time. Like that. So Srila Prabhupada knew he left, but somehow he came back. So Brahmananda Prabhu had to go and buy a bedpan. Now that means he cannot go to the toilet. He was completely paralyzed after this heart attack. So they had to bathe him, dress him, feed him, clean up after he passes urine and stool. Well, it was very intimate service at the same time, like Ishvara Puri, serving Shripad Madhavendra Puri. So Prabhupada told them, I can leave any time. And Prabhupada was preparing again to leave, practically leave. And he asked that a picture of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur be put on the wall in front of him, where he could see all the time. So they brought the photo or painting of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And then Srila Prabhupada allowed the devotees to enter the room of the apartment. This was before he went to the hospital. And he told them to chant Hare Krishna. And then he told them to pray to Krishna in the form of Narasimha. So I'm just bringing it to the point of how Narasimha first appeared in ISKCON. We know how Narasimha appeared to save Prahlada, but how Narasimha appeared in ISKCON. So I'm just misunderstanding when it happened, but this happened before he went to the hospital. He's still in his apartment in 26 2nd Avenue. When you go into the inner courtyard, you go up the stairs. There they say first floor, second floor. For us, it's ground floor and first floor. Yeah. So Jadurani Devidasi remembers, because Prabhupada called her. And she remembers that Srila Prabhupada taught the prayers to Lord Nrsimhadev, and he said each word one by one. And Jadurani was the one who wrote those words down. And then she called up the temples in San Francisco and Montreal. We only had 2 other centers by 1967, and told them the prayer was Prabhupada. And I said it word for word. So then she said that Swamiji said that you should pray to Krishna that my spiritual master has not yet completed his work. Please let him finish. Like that. So in Swamiji's room, Jadurani handed out these little slips of paper, what she wrote the Nishinga prayers on, and she explained what to do with the prayers. Now, it's interesting that Srila Prabhupada did not tell them what the meaning of the prayers were. He just gave them the Sanskrit words. Like that. And Srila Prabhupada didn't give them the first two verses, he gave them the refrain. And you know what the refrain is? Tavakara kamala vare nakam adbhuta shringam dalita hiranya kashipu tanu bringam keshavadrita narahari rupa jaya jagadisha hare jaya jagadisha hare jaya jagadisha hare. Everyone? Tavakara kamala vare nakama adbhuta shringam dalita hiranya kashipu tanu bringam keshavadrita narahari rupa jai jagadisha hare jaya jagadisha hare jaya jagadisha hare. Now by this time also Srila Prabhupada was training Jadurani in painting, and she painted Radha Krishna, and she also painted Lord Nishingadev, which is the famous painting that we are meant to put on our altars all the time, where Hiranyakashipu is being ripped apart, like that. And Prahlada is standing on the side with the garland. He specifically wanted that only painting to be on our altars. We can't change that. So if you see in any altars another painting or picture of Nishingadev, this should be the specific one. He said only this one. So Jadurani was doing these paintings of Radha Krishna and Lord Nishingadev, ripping Hiranyakashipu apart, like that. So they thought that since Srila Prabhupada gave us these words and it mentions, Hiranyakashipu Tavakara Kamala Pare Nakamadbhuti Dalita Hiranyakashipu. So she brought the painting to the Birth Israel Hospital. By this time Prabhupada was taken to the hospital, like that. So she brought two paintings, one of Radha Krishna and the other of this famous painting that we have, that was being in the altar. So when Brahmananda Prabhu brought the bedpan for Prabhupada to use, Srila Prabhupada sort of looked at the painting of Lord Nishingadev. And when he was about to use the bedpan in front of Lord Nishingadev, Brahmananda heard these words. He started praying to Lord Nishingadev with the same prayer he gave them. And in the end he said, "You please forgive me that I have to do this business in front of you. Like I have to pass in front of you to the bedpan." So Brahmananda was shocked. And when I read this in the Leelamrita, and when I used to, like you said, I used to serve as president at Krishna Balaram Mandir some over 22 years ago. And I used to visit Brahmananda he was staying in the MVT then, not in the other place. Krishna, some other place. He was staying in the Mayapur, MVT. So I used to visit him, so I asked him about this. He said, yes. He said, at that time I had the realization, although it's briefly mentioned in the Prabhupada Lilamrita, he said, at that time I had the realization that Prabhupada was not seeing a painting. Because how could he pray like that? How could he pray like that? He said, I saw Nishingadev as a painting, but he was praying to Nishingadev, begging for forgiveness that I have to pass in this bedpan. So when Jadurani came, asking Srila Prabhupada that you gave us this prayer, so what is the meaning of the prayer the devotees want to know? Like that. And then Srila Prabhupada said the same thing. You could tell the devotees the meaning of this prayer is that our master has not finished his work, please let him live. And that's how Srila Prabhupada did not pray for the devotees to pray to Lord Nishingadev to protect him. Srila Prabhupada told the devotees to pray to Lord Nishingadev to protect his service to his spiritual master, because he has not finished his work. There's a huge difference in this subtlety. Normally we pray to Lord Nishingadev for protection, but Prabhupada was praying, you please allow me to live and tell my followers to please, so that I can continue to serve them in Krishna consciousness. That means making the whole world Krishna conscious practically. This is 1967. And 10 years Krishna gave us of Srila Prabhupada's association thereafter till 1977. So then, when Brahmananda told the devotees how Prabhupada prayed to Lord Nishingadev to excuse him and to please forgive him for this, using the bedpan like that. So Jadurani recalled, but Prabhupada said something else before that when she brought the two paintings into the room, like that. So Prabhupada looked at these two paintings, and he looked at Radha and Krishna, and he said, here is God in his loving exchange. And then he told about Nishingadev, and he said, here we see God, that how anger also comes from God to save his devotee. Like that. To save his devotee. So that's his expression of Lord Nishingadev. He's the personification of anger to come to serve his devotee or save his devotee Prahlada. It's quite amazing. Now, I'll just read this letter from Srila Prabhupada of how he reciprocated and was so deeply grateful of how they prayed to him, prayed to Krishna to save his life. And specifically, they didn't know the meaning of these prayers to Lord Nishingadev to save his life and to continue his service to his spiritual master. And this letter is dated June 5th, 1967, practically a few days from the end of May. Srila Prabhupada received an affectionate letter signed by all his disciples in San Francisco. Not only his disciples, even those who were like Jewish priests and others who were coming from other backgrounds, they all were praying. They all were praying, and they all signed these letters, which includes his disciples. So when he received the letter, affectionate letter signed by all of them from San Francisco, So after reading how they had stayed up all night chanting and praying for his recovery, which includes the Nishingada prayers, like that, he dictated a short letter from the hospital. It's a beautiful letter. And these are his exact words. My dear boys and girls, I am so much obliged to you for your prayers to Krishna to save my life. Due to your sincere and ardent prayer, Krishna has saved my life. And now these words. I was to die on Tuesday certainly, but because you prayed sincerely, I am saved. Now I am improving gradually and coming to the original condition. Now I can hope to meet you again and chant with you Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I am so glad to receive the report of your progressive march and hope there will be no difficulty in your understanding Krishna consciousness. My blessings are always with you, and with confidence you go on with your chanting. Again, Prabhupada writes the whole Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So that was in 1967. And for several years that went past, they only knew that prayer to Lord Nishingadev. The refrain, we call it, the end prayers. So then, in a Srimad Bhagavatam class, the verse that Maharaj, you did 2:7 from the 7th chapter. But this is a verse from the 2nd canto, the 1st chapter, text 11, on August 1st, 1970 in Los Angeles, where Srila Prabhupada added the first 2 stanzas of prayers. Namaste Narasimha Prahlada Dayine, and so forth. Yeah. So the movement, the ISKCON movement, was being threatened by some deviation of like 4 leading devotees. But we respect them in their absence, and I don't want to mention their names. Like that. So Srila Prabhupada deduced, and he came to the conclusion that some of his disciples who had come to India were actually being poisoned by some of his god brothers and had some other ideas. And one of the things that were poisoned by his god brothers, they said that, Srila Prabhupada was such a junior disciple of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and that the real Acharya is Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and ISKCON was just a branch of the Gaudiya Math. Okay. So these disciples became sort of contaminated by that, and they were sending the same ideas back to America through letters and poisoning the other devotees in America. So when Srila Prabhupada heard that, then he again appealed to Lord Nishingadev. Namaste Narasimhaya Prahlada Dayine Hiranyakashipu Vakshaha Silatanka Nakalaye Ito Nishringha Parato Nishringo Yato Yamitato Nishringo Bahir Nishingho Hridaye Nishringho Narashringamadim Saranam Prapadye. And then he introduced these first 2 prayers. And you can hear him on a tape teaching the devotees. This is such a beautiful tape. teaching them the first 2 stanzas, like that. And then I'll just read one letter. And then if you have any comments or questions, then you can ask, and His Holiness Guru Prasad Swami Maharaj can also help us with those questions and comments, if you like. It's a nice letter. It's one of my favorite letters. This is a whole different theme of mine, reading this. It's different from what I just discussed here. So this is a letter to Patty Dorgan, written from Delhi, 17 November 1971. Srila Prabhupada writes, just see Prahlada Maharaj. His father tried to kill him many times. At least I don't think your father is trying to kill you. And after Krishna in the form of Lord Nrsimhadev came and killed Hiranyakashipu, Prahlad prayed to Krishna to have mercy on his demon father, like our Maharaj was saying that Hiranyakashipu said it's already done, 21 generations are liberated. So then Prabhupada continues. So we must take the instruction to respect our parents. He's giving this lesson from Prahlad himself. Although they saw him, he was the greatest of demons. So we must take the instruction to respect our parents and to be kind and very tolerant and patient with them. And very soon, I promise you, everything will be all right. I am very pleased that you are chanting regularly. This will save you and protect you from all misfortunes. So chant Krishna's name regularly, think about him all the time, and your love for him will keep you free from any bondage. Also, you must try somehow to avoid eating any meat, fish, or eggs. Be very strong in this respect, and eventually your parents will appreciate your determination, especially if you are otherwise always very kind to them. So you can see how Srila Prabhupada, even in writing a letter to just a bhaktin who's maybe having some difficulty for her parents to accept that she is in Krishna consciousness, still is favorable to her parents, just as Prahlad Maharaj is still favorable for his demoniac father. Okay, if you want to ask any questions or offer any comments, you're welcome to do so now. Anyone? There's one. Two, three, hands up.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you for the beautiful class and realizations.
It's a nice day, there's no breakfast. So auspicious.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Yes.
So
What's your name?
My name is Utkrishta Bhaktadas. Utkrishta Bhaktadas.
Utkrishna.
Utkrishta.
Trista. Okay. Bhakta Prabhu. Tell us.
So I just wanted to ask that in our altars, like we have Ramachandra also and Narasimha also, Radha Krishna also. So like our aim is to reach to Radha Krishna in the Nitya Leelas of Radha and Krishna. So we have Narasimha. So there is change of mood, like while we have the darshans of the deities. So our focus is Madhurya Ras, because our Acharya Parampara has come us to give the Madhurya Ras. But we have this Aishwarya Bhav also from Ramachandra and Narasimha. So we get attracted to, like there is so many things coming at the same time. So what should we do?
Can you give the microphone to His Holiness Guru Prasad Swami Maharaj? Please help me with this. Everyone, you can chant in the meantime. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Actually, we pray to the deity that inspires our heart. Just like
You can sit, you can sit.
Just like when Rupa and Sanatana Goswami, they were trying to convert their younger brother, Anupama, into, you should worship Lord Chaitanya. And he said, and he went to Lord Chaitanya, he said, I understand who you are, but Lord Ramachandra is my Lord. And he said, I am Ramachandra. So otherwise, a devotee naturally will be inclined to some deity. It's not like the people in Vaikuntha are thinking, wait, we're missing something here. Where's Radha Krishna? No. So I see many devotees, they go to the altar of Sita, Ram, Lakshman, Hanuman, because they're feeling, and Srila Prabhupada says in one purport in Bhagavad Gita that one will naturally incline to whatever deity inspires you. So it's not that, Prabhupada said, comparatively speaking, the Madhurya Rasa is the highest, but whatever a devotee feels and is inclined to, that is the highest for him.
Perfect. Is that, Prabhu, is that okay? He's grateful for your complete answer. Thank you. There's several hands up. Give it to the Matajis first. What's your name?
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. My name is Rupali.
I'm not your guru. Say Maharaj. Say Maharaj. I'm your servant. Say Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
That's better. So, what's your name? Rupali.
Yes.
Yes. What's your question or comment?
I have a question.
Can you hold it very close? I'm straining to hear.
My question is that, just like said by Guru Prasad Swami Maharaj, that if a person is demonic, then he's killed by Narasimha, just like Hiranyakashipu was killed. So, being in this Kali Yuga, if people are demonic from the inside, so if I am a demon from the inside, will Lord protect me, or will He let go of me like Hiranyakashipu? Because what happens to the people who fall down from devotion for people like me?
Your question is a little bit multiple, but I'll try to answer. Is that okay? Yeah. The very fact that you recognize that you have some demoniac tendencies inside means you are Krishna conscious. Then you're making good progress. In other words, if you can recognize that you have some lower, I wouldn't say demoniac, and that's too extreme. We have a lower nature and we have a higher nature. So if you can recognize your lower nature, that means you are of a higher nature. Are you understanding? Yes or no? Yes. Where's the microphone? Give it to her. Yeah. For example, if you can recognize that you have a lower nature in you, your higher nature is making you recognize that you have a lower nature in you. That means you're becoming Krishna conscious and you're making spiritual progress. Are we clear? Yeah. So I'll give an anecdote. Srila Prabhupada, one disciple approached him and said, Srila Prabhupada, sometimes I'm in Maya. It's a very famous one, I always say it in different places. Like that. Srila Prabhupada retorted, sometimes? You're always in Maya. See? So when I heard that, then I got a little bit more introspective in my own heart. And I felt that when I was not in Krishna consciousness, I was always in Maya, but I did not know it. But when I came to Krishna consciousness, then I realized that I'm always in Maya, and now I know it. Is that okay?
Yes.
Thank you. Next question. Maharaj, you have to hear the next question. We're interchanging.
Hare Krishna, Maharaj. Hare Krishna to everyone.
What's your name? Hare Krishna?
Myself, Hema Marwa. Hema Marwa.
Tell us.
So I want to ask one question about the deity of the Narasimha Bhagwan. Where is the oldest deity of the Narasimha Bhagwan is placed in India?
Where is
because once I went to the South India tour I did. So there in the temple, I just saw the Narasimha Bhagwan that was being engraved. So my question after attending this class, this flashback, and I want to know where is the oldest deity of Narasimha Bhagwan is there in India.
So I'll help you along with your question. You ready?
Okay.
Yeah. Is it important to know which is the oldest deity? Is that important? Is there a value to it?
No, I want to...
No, the answer is no, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that may be an historical fact. You understand?
Yeah.
But right here, in the presence of this Shishirata Patasarati Dham, we have Nishingadev.
Yes.
Don't believe them when they say this is the first anniversary. That's not true.
No, it's a first.
That's not true.
No.
And Nishingadev and Prahlada Maharaj are eternal. Repeat?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So there's no value to the question of which is the oldest deity and where.
Actually, I want to have the darshan like
yes,
here.
The darshan is right here.
Okay, it's okay. Thank you. I got the point.
You got the point?
Yes.
That means you are very intelligent. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Hare Krishna, everyone.
Maharaj, you have to reciprocate with his question. He asks the difficult ones. And I'm not so experienced in these things.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you very much for the two wonderful sessions we have had. It's been it's wonderful that we don't have breakfast today. This has been the breakfast. So my question is, Maharaj, that when Prahlada Maharaj is praying to Narasimha Dev, that's a famous prayer that he speaks about Yadidasya me kaman. If you want to give me any benediction, please remove the material desires from my heart. So my question is, it's very scary to say this prayer before Narasimha Dev, or for that matter any form of the Lord, because when we say that you please remove my material desires, we don't know which form, in which way will the Lord remove the material desires.
But Maharaj also said, remove all except these 2 or 3, right?
Yeah. So that is the first fear as to what he will remove, and the second is how does one, like there is this Christian statement which comes, Jesus is actually telling that my heart is ready, my Father. So my heart is definitely not ready for the material desires to be removed. So how does one prepare the heart that one can have Lord Narasimha Dev actually remove the material desires from our heart?
If we have some problem and we go to a surgeon, we don't try to understand the details. No, what will happen when you take this out? Will you do it this way? Will I? No. We know there's a problem. And we know that the Lord is always, Name Bhakta Pranashati. We know that the Lord will always favor us. So that's our faith. Our faith is that, you will do what's necessary. Not that I try to figure out the details. Otherwise we become like Hiranyakashipu. Try to figure out all the details, that there's some material formula here. So if we know there's a problem, and the Lord promises, because Prahlada Maharaj is saying that this is our problem. He's telling us, this is your problem. You have material desires in the heart. So just like I had one disciple, and when he heard the verse, Yasyaham anuginami harishe taddanam shanai, he said, will he do this to me? No. Will he take away, everything that I have? And I said, when he does it, you'll be ready. No. Nice. You have to have that faith. And actually that devotee, he did it. And he's lost everything. But he said, I've never been happier in my life.
Jai. Wonderful. What time do we stop? We stop now?
You can take one more question and close.
There's a hand up on this side. Yes. What's your name?
My name is Ishwar Maharaj.
Ishwar Das. Okay. Tell us.
Yes, Maharaj. Dhanapranam Maharaj.
Maharaj,
we could see that Prahlada Maharaj had a demoniac father. He has become a devotee. But we have given the example of Prabhupada's son. His father is a devotee, but he was little demoniac. How do we understand this? How a person is made demon by nature? If we see some person's horoscope, the astrologer could predict this person would be a demon. His previous past actions were there, and he is going to attain these reactions in this lifetime. It's like some software being programmed. A person's attitude will be like this only.
It's not so easy to answer this question that you have asked, because you're bringing in astrology, right? Yes or no?
Yes, Maharaj.
Why?
No, Maharaj. It's been by seeing a person's horoscope, it's been predicted that kind of characteristics.
You gave two examples, right? You gave an example of Prahlada Maharaj, and you gave an example of Prabhupada with his son.
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yes, Maharaj.
Yeah. So Prahlada Maharaj and Hiranyakashipu falls under the Lila Shakti of the Lord. Lila Shakti means pastime potency. Are we good so far?
Yes, Maharaj.
Yes or no?
Yes, Maharaj.
Yeah. And Mathura Mohan Day and Srila Prabhupada also fall under the Lila Shakti or pastime potency of the Lord. Do you agree?
Yes, Maharaj.
Yes. Is that okay?
Okay.
But we may not be under that Lila Shakti ourselves. We may have our own Leelas, which is not within the pastime potency of the disciplic succession members and Prahlada and Nishingadeva. See? So how is it possible when you meet Prahlada Maharaj, you can ask him? How is it possible when you meet Srila Prabhupada, giving birth to a son like Mathura Mohan Day is possible? But there's a lesson to be learned, which I mentioned earlier. Our disciplic succession is not a family lineage. There's certain lessons to be learned. You have the Bhagavad Gita here? Bhagavad Gita you have here, a copy of the Bhagavad Gita. Bring it quickly, then I'll finally answer his question from Srila Prabhupada. You know, Nishingadev gave a limited benediction to Prahlada Maharaj. Nishingadev only benedicted Prahlada Maharaj with 21 generations. Yes or no? But based on the prayers to Lord Nishingadev, why he protected Srila Prabhupada to continue, although the meaning was, in a sense, service to his Guru, that my master has not finished his work, our master, please let him live. Or please let him continue. So, everyone, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This is from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 1, text 41. I'll just read the verse for you. Don't repeat it after me for the sake of time. Sankaro narakayeva kula jnanam kulasya cha patanti pitaro iesham lupta pindo daka kriya. And the translation by Srila Prabhupada. You can sit, it's okay. An increase of unwanted population certainly causes hellish life both for the family and for those who destroy the family tradition. The ancestors of such corrupt families fall down because the performances for offering them food and water entirely stopped. Now you can see here Arjuna is giving Dharma Shastra. He's giving reasons not to fight. See? Now in the purport, Srila Prabhupada is quite amazing. According to the rules and regulations of fruitive activities, there is a need to offer periodical food and water to the forefathers of the family. This offering is performed by worship of Vishnu because eating the remnants of food offered to Vishnu can deliver one from all kinds of sinful reactions. Sometimes the forefathers may be suffering from various types of sinful reactions, and sometimes some of them cannot even acquire a gross material body and are forced to remain in subtle bodies as ghosts. Thus, when remnants of prasadam food are offered to forefathers by descendants, the forefathers are released from ghostly or other kinds of miserable life. Such help rendered to forefathers is a family tradition for those who are not in devotional life are required to perform such rituals. You know, what do you call this? Pitarpaj. They go to Gaya and so forth. Yeah. Those who are not in devotional life have to do that. Then Srila Prabhupada says, one who is engaged in the devotional life is not required to perform such actions. Simply by performing devotional service, one can deliver hundreds and thousands of forefathers from all kinds of misery. Why only 21 generations? And Srila Prabhupada did that. When he entered New York City, Lower Manhattan and the Bowery, nobody was connected to him in his family. Not even 21 generations. But he said in many places that my Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur sent you to me. And Srila Prabhupada himself He's delivering hundreds and thousands of forefathers in different ways. So what to speak of Mathura Mohande, he's already delivered. Is that okay?
Yes, Maharaj. Thank you, Maharaj.
So I believe we'll end here now. Okay. His Holiness Guru Prasad Swami Maharaj ki, Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Sripad Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj ki, ISKCON Delhi Yatra ki, Nitai Go Premanande Hari Hari Bol, Shri Lakshmi Nishingadev ki, Shri Prahlada Maharaj ki. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna.
His Holiness Bhakti Brhat Bhagavat Swami Maharaj की। और आज के शाम का जो शेड्यूल है वो इस तरीके से यहाँ पे स्क्रीन पे लगा हुआ है। तो महाअभिषेक होगा 5 बजे टेम्पल हॉल में, 5 से 7 बजे तक ये महाअभिषेक चलेगा। और इसमें अभिषेक